Good morning everyone, it's Saturday and going to another auction. This one has a shipping container that I want to buy. Hopefully I can get it for like $500. If it's going to go over 500, I'm going to be less hesitant. I may go up to like $800 to get this container. But yeah, we'll see how far it goes. If it goes over that, I'll probably stop. But there's some other stuff. There's a couple cars, and this is an old berry farm. This is actually just like 10 minutes from my house, this auction. And this berry farm we went to a few times. Really nice people, and they're just retiring, so they're selling their business and all their stuff. So it should be some other interesting stuff there. This is the shipping container that's for sale. It's been converted into a cooling, like a big fridge. Yeah, so I don't think I'm going to get this this storage container. Number one, it's a working refrigerator. So there's lots of berry farms here at this auction trying to capitalize on all this equipment being sold. So this thing will just go probably at least a couple thousand, I think. So I don't think I'm not probably going to be able to afford this. Yeah, so I didn't realize it's like a working refrigerator. It's all hooked up and everything. A lot of berry farms will want this for their to store their produce in. Here you can see they're selling all the water irrigation fittings, and so they had a whole bunch of irrigation for their watering system. It's all aluminum, a whole bunch of aluminum pipe. Jeez. Get my magnet. All aluminum. That's worth a lot.
Well, what we had, we used to raise meat first here and have it in berry season.
Oh, okay.
And it was easier for someone.
Hey everyone, Monday, and this is what I sold over the weekend. I have 9 things to package and ship today. A lot of different things here, and I'll go over them in just a second. Saturday, I think I sold 1 thing, and then Sunday I sold 7 things. So Sunday was a good day. As you can see here, this is some of the things I've been taking apart, and I just bring it downstairs, and eventually I'll go through it all and list it. You know, I take all the bins out of the refrigerators, and I sell those. Those are difficult to store because, you know, they're so bulky. They take up a lot of shelf space, but they can bring you some good money. Until I run out of shelf space, I'm just going to keep on listing them. Some other stuff down there from a refrigerator that I parted out. You know, a whole bunch of different controls. This here is from a washing machine that I took apart. This is just the whole gear assembly with the motor on it. So it wasn't that bad to take off, to be honest. It just had some bolts I had to unscrew there and there. And then what I did is I took a wood block, and I put the wood block on there, and I just hit it with a mallet, and it popped right out of the whole shaft. It's a bit rusty. I think I can get quite a bit of money from this. What I'll do is I'll take the motor off from it, and I'll sell that separate. But I may just keep all the plastic bits on and stuff. But I'll sell the motor separate, and then I'll sell this. I wasn't able to test it, but I think what I'll do is I'm just gonna like apply power to these wires here, to the motor, and then see what happens. Other stuff here, you know, I've taken apart a vacuum cleaner, and so this is from a Kenmore vacuum, and well, that's a microwave actually, but you know, the whole motor and stuff, that's the kind of stuff I like to sell. Different plastic pieces from, there's another vacuum cleaner there, there's washing machine stuff, or yeah, that's from this same washing machine, you know, so we got the whole discharge pump. Yeah, so anyways, that's about what I've been doing. Hey, I also found this guy on the side of the road. I love it when they put a sign on it. Free, works. I'll show you the one that I've been using, the dehumidifier that I've been using for a little while. This thing here, it still works. And you see, I took a hot glue gun and I glued a funnel onto it, so it doesn't have to, so it just drains right into the drain. Don't have to empty it out. So let's get into this, shall we? First thing that's sold here, this is a power supply from a computer. Sold that for $25. It's pretty basic. It doesn't even have like any SATA connections or anything. It's just very basic connectors on it. But yeah, 25 bucks. It's just going to my hometown here. It's going to Ontario, and they paid $15 for shipping. This is a control panel, and this is probably one of the oldest things I have in my store. So it finally sold. Pretty happy. Sold that for $89.95 with $60 for shipping, going all the way to California. Next here, I sold this little teapot. I don't usually sell too much silver plate stuff, but this one here was, it's, you know, when it's bigger like this, there's people are more interested in it. So that teapot, I took a best offer at $15. Next thing I sold here, I'm kind of sad to see it go because I just love this tool. So it's just a big old monkey wrench thing, you know, and I bought this at an auction because I just thought it was so cool. So it just slides up and down. You know, it can get really, really big. It can get bigger than that because it has like a little nut here, so you can adjust it to whatever size you want. This is a European tool. Yeah, I'm not too sure of the make. Yeah, it's called ROTFUB, Rotfub. So anyways, I remember buying this at auction. I think I may have paid like $10 or $15 for it, so it was a bit more than I usually spend on tools. But so yeah, I bought that for about $15. I took a best offer of $50. Yeah, and it's going to Ontario with $17 for shipping. Next here, this is a washing machine motor. This is from the Bosch washing machine. This was actually in my video maybe a couple months ago. I made a video where I sent the wrong washing machine motor to a customer, and so I went in my car and I drove to his house and I exchanged the right motor for him. So this was the one that I picked up from him. This is the wrong motor that I sent to that customer a while ago. So anyways, I sold it, and sold it for $60, $17 for shipping, going to Quebec. This here is a find from a clean out job that we did. It was actually from, in my last video I showed a flea market that we've been cleaning out. This is one of the things that I got from that place. So this is a pleater, antique pleater. Sold that for $34.95, going to Alberta, $20 for shipping. This here is from a Briggs & Stratton engine, the dipstick. I sold this for $20 with $20 for shipping, going to Connecticut. This is an oven selector switch. I guess it's a selector switch fan control. So this one's a bit more unique than some of the other ones that I get. So it has a little circuit board inside there with you can see there it has a aluminum heatsink on it. So I sold this for $40, and it has, they paid $18 for shipping. AK, I think that's Alaska. Yeah, it's Alaska. So last thing I sold is just this pile of CD, black paper CD holders. Just a lot of them. There's about 60 there. And so I just decided to throw them up on eBay, see what happens. So I was trying to sell them for $20, and someone gave me a best offer of $10, so I just took it. It's better than nothing. It's going for $15. They paid express post, $15 for shipping, going to Quebec. So we have a big pile of scrap here at the HVAC shop. A lot of duct work. Just gonna pick up a little roadside scrap. Waiting for the cars to pass here. It's a busy road. This road I always find stuff on. Some TV mounts. I saw this scrap pile in the way to pick up the HVAC stuff. I'm gonna pull over here and grab some stuff, see how much I can fit into the truck. Aluminum here. Alright, so I just thought I'd swing by my bin before I go home. And look at what we have here. We have another computer. Windows XP. Looks like it's all complete. Everything's there. And you got a little electric guy there. Wow, like that. Wow, that looks nice. RPM in hundreds. Don't know. It's like an odometer. Maybe like a tractor or something. Oh, Coleman. Kerosene heater. That looks like stainless steel. Cool. I just picked up a bunch of stuff in the bin. I see a pump. A little pump underneath all this mess. There we go. Bad. Go. Alright, so I'm back home and I'm just starting to make a scrap load. So what I'm going to do is put the trailer on, and that way I can just throw all the small stuff in there, and then I'll keep the hot water tanks in here, and we'll make a nice scrap load for tomorrow. Yeah, it's kind of nice doing it this way. The only thing is that, you know, I can't move back and forth. Like, I usually use the tailgate as a table to work on. But at least I'll have a place to throw all the small pieces instead of having to, you throw it on the ground and then you have to pick it back up off the ground and into another place. The less times you have to move steel, the better. You know, if you only have to move it once or twice, that's good. But as soon as you start having to move it 3 or 4 times, it becomes a pain. These are always really nice. I like getting these. What I do is I just then cut. I don't even have to cut it. You just crimp it, and all these spots where this big piece is holding onto. And you have to get this piece out of the way so that you can get to all these little screws. And you just have to push it up and down, and it'll just come right off. There we go, a nice piece of copper too. Better tool. the idea. And once I get that out of the way, then there's just a bunch of these screws to take off. And then they just fall apart after that. It's a really nice, easy thing to get to take apart. And once you get all the screws off and all the loose tin off of it, it just falls right out like that, and you got yourself an ACR. So this metal you just have to cut off with a Sawzall or a circular saw, and then I like just to do them all at once. So I just set it aside and collect them until I get a big pile of them. Hey guys, it's Tuesday night. I thought I'd show you what I sold today. First off here, I've already put them in the box, but there's 3 of these, and these are they're called dryer baffles, and so they sit on the inside of your dryer drum. So when you open up the dryer door, you look inside and you'll see these plastic paddles on the inside of the drum. Well, that's what these are. So there's 3 of them. Not for very much, only for $14.95. and $30 for shipping, because they're going to New Jersey from a Speed Queen dryer. I don't really sell too many of these. It's not a hot seller, but I guess they do sell on eBay. I see quite a them have sold on eBay. It's just they don't pay very much. I don't take them off anymore. I have quite a few in my store. That's the first one that I sold. Next thing that sold here, this is a range oven thermostat. So this is from Kenmore, KitchenAid, Whirlpool. And so this is a thermostat. So what this does is controls the temperature of the it tells the stove what the temperature is on the inside of the oven. So this sits on your control panel, and you know there's a little knob there. You can adjust the temperature, and then this sensor will go inside the actual oven, so it'll be on the wall. So this is one of the best things that I find that I get out of a range. Some of them can sell for quite a bit of money, because you know a lot of them are obsolete parts that it's hard to find these parts. So anyways, I sold that one for $59.95 with $15 for shipping, going to Saskatchewan. I just made this sale today, just now, tonight. These are 2 knobs. What should we call it? General Electric, Frigidaire, Electrolux, washer, dryer, switch knobs. They're white with a little bit of rubber. So I sold each of them for $15, so I made a $30 sale with the shipping of $16, and it's going to BC. And the last thing that I sold tonight, well, it's almost midnight, so I may wake up with a couple more sales, who knows. But anyways, I sold these today. These are 3 General Electric microwave micro switches for the door. So these are 3 door switches. Sorry, my lighting's so bad down here. Yeah, these switches will go bad, and it's once a switch goes bad, it's the microwave won't work anymore. So these are just 3 basic switches that are found inside the door of the microwave. So I sold these for $20 and $17 for shipping, going to Illinois. Cool. So a little sale tonight. It was pretty good. And yeah, so 3 all from appliances too. Dryer, range, wash machine, and microwave. So today's Wednesday. This is something that I did last night. As you can see here, I filled up the whole trailer full of scrap. That's just all loose stuff down there, except for the dishwasher. And then here is the truck. So got 4 hot water tanks up on there, and 1 big fridge. So let's see here. You can see them back there. 1, 2, and there's 3, 4. So it's really heavy. I should get paid quite a bit of money for this. Well, more than usual. And then, oh yeah, all these bars here, these things are really heavy too. They all add up to quite a bit. So Let's see how much. I think it's going to be over 1,000 pounds, probably around 1,300 or 1,400 pounds of steel. So I'm going to bring that to the scrapyard just right now. I moved the Jimmy out of the way. It was parked right over there. And when I went to move it, the brake pedal went right to the floor. So you won't be able to see it, but I got a leaky brake line right there. This guy right here. So I gotta switch that out. So we'll have to go to the parts store and get a new brake line for that. Hopefully it will be easy fix. Yeah, so that's my day for today. First things first, the scrapyard. I'm loving this place here. So yeah, it was 1,740 pounds of weight. I was what's that, 500 pounds short of a full ton. So they're still giving me a really good rate, $150 a metric ton, and $118 for that. That was awesome. Yeah, I found a little scrap on the way home. Hey guys, it's Thursday, May 4th. This morning, spent most of the morning just answering eBay messages. I had about 10 of them come in yesterday. Luckily, no one's complaining though. It's just messages. People are curious about stuff that they want to buy. I try to do my best to stay on top of it, but it gets a little overwhelming sometimes because I'm just so busy. So I'll show you what I sold yesterday. Here is some glass insulators. Now I bought a bunch of these at I guess it was an auction house I went to, and there was a huge pile of them. I just bought the whole pile. I think it was like $25 for this giant lot of insulators. So these ones are probably like the least valuable or least collectible type of insulators you can find. They're everywhere. I didn't know that when I bought them, but I've made my money back on them. So I've been selling these for $4 each. $4 each on eBay, and I have like 60. Last time I looked, I think I had 60 of them, a quantity of 60 for the eBay listing. So I've been trying to just sell them piece by piece, but nobody's buying them. They're really heavy to ship, and it requires a lot of packaging. So I don't know. I'll just keep the listing up, I guess. I'll keep it going. See. For now, I don't know what else to do with them. When I bought them, it was just a big pile of them, but a lot of them were broken and chipped, so I had a hard time getting rid of the chipped ones. I didn't know what to do with them. I think I just put them at the end of the driveway and someone took them. But I kept all the ones that aren't chipped, and I listed them all, and they're all the same type. They're all these Pyrex. I have a couple other ones that are different. These ones are called Pyrex glass insulators. Some of them are you know, you get ones that are amber colored or turquoise colored. Some of them are just like crazy amounts of money, like very collectible. People go crazy over these things. But anyways, I sold these for $4 each. I actually just sold 5 of them. I'm going to throw in another one just because, you know, it makes a 6-pack for the package, and also like I just want to be nice to this guy. You know, he bought them, and what I figured what people are buying these for is that they drill a hole in the top and they're making like chandeliers or glass lights, you know, pendant lights or something. That's what I think what a lot of people are doing with these. So I figured I'll throw in an extra one just in case, like a test one, you know. So $4 each. I think the whole thing went for what was it, $20, this whole box. So I definitely made my money back from this from buying this stuff, so I'm not at a loss at all. But yeah, I'll know it for next time that these things don't sell for very much. Yeah, 20 bucks and then $13 for shipping going to Quebec. And I sold a little commemorative plate. I just have to take the sticker off still. Yeah, this is probably one of the earliest things I ever listed on eBay. I sold that for $10. But I made a couple of nice sales last night. So this one here, this is a Dell Laptop Xps. So I sold this for $120. So it's an older laptop for sure. But what I did is that I did a clean install of Windows Vista, and the reinstallation of Windows went really well. I had no problems with it. And what I did is that I just bought a boot disk off of eBay for like $10, and I reinstalled the Windows. And then after you reinstall it, the computer saves the old Windows installation. Well, you can just go into the clean disk option and you can get rid of that. So there's no personal files left on this computer at all. So 120 bucks. That was just something that was dropped off at my recycling drop-off bin. It's a perfectly good working computer. Nothing wrong with it at all. Just a couple, you know, like a little bit of cosmetic scuffs, but nothing serious. And an AC adapter. So that was a good sale yesterday. I find these laptops, man, even for parts of repair, they still sell very well. Last thing that sold here, this is a microwave power inverter. I sold this for $75. And yeah, this microwave, it was nothing wrong with it when I got it. So I just parted the whole thing out. I took all the parts out and listed them. So yeah, 75 bucks for that. That's awesome. So that's it for what I sold yesterday, and I'll show you guys what I got in my truck outside. We did a little bit of garbage picking last night. Alright, so the Jimmy is still stuck. Well, last night it was Christine's birthday, so we went out for dinner, and we did a couple other small things like a walk about, and so we had to take the truck. So we were out pretty late last night, and on our way home we started going through a neighborhood where it was garbage night, and I didn't film any of it, but we just started picking up some stuff. So this is what we got. We got a whole bunch of different things here. I'm going to empty out the truck now, and I'll show you guys what's inside. Alright, so it didn't take long to empty out the truck. I'll show you what I got. Found a pair of shoes last night. They're not my size, but I'll just end up donating these, I guess. You know, when it's dark out, so you can't quite see, and so I just threw them in the back of the truck. But I like to grab shoes, just mainly because of the thrift shop that we go to. I like to bring them lots of shoes so that they can sell to other people that might need it. Cast aluminum grill. We all know the deal with these. Pretty easy to clean. You know, you just have to remove these clips and the whole top comes off, and then you can bang out the base and get some clean cast aluminum. And there's brass valves under there. Yeah, so these things are always worth picking up. You can even do it on the road. You can take this off on the road and leave the steel if you want. Some of the really old grills, I've seen the burners are made out of brass, but we're talking really old, like, you know, 1990s or 1980s grill. The grills don't usually last that long. You won't see too many of those old ones. Found a little bit of aluminum. It's just a gunner, a couple other pieces, and some scrap steel. Chairs, stroller, bike, usual stuff. You see these things everywhere. People are always getting rid of that stuff. This is a baby playpen, and then 4 booster seats. So I saw these, and then I was going to pass them up. Then I thought, well, you know, maybe like a daycare would want to buy 4 all at once. So maybe I'll try and maybe I'll list it for like 40 bucks or more. I don't know. Make a quick sale, and maybe I'll throw a playpen in with it. You know, TV. Nothing special. Central vacuum. It's all plastic, but it's got a motor inside and some wire. Found a couple birthday presents for Christine. I pulled this. This was sitting on top of a bunch of stuff, and then I grabbed it and it said "Happy Birthday." And I threw it in the truck. So yeah, girls like this sort of stuff. Refrigerator, just a little mini bar fridge, and a microwave. There's the glass mirror. It's kind of, it looks nice. It's a bit wobbly. Made in Taiwan, but yeah, maybe it kind of just goes like that. So maybe I'll try and do something with it. Maybe try and fix it. Big thing of chicken wire. That's good for a lot of things. Chickens, keeping chickens out of the garden, all sorts of stuff. We found a composter that we're going to use for, we want to start composting for our garden. And that was it. That's all that I found yesterday. And it was fun, you know, just going out and finding this stuff. We have a good time doing it. Alright, so I bought the, when we were out last night, I bought some brake lines for this Jimmy. I bought 3 different sizes, so that if I wasn't too sure what size to buy, so I'll just return the 2 that I don't use. Yeah, you can see the brake fluid reservoir is pretty low. It's probably about half. So it's going to be a bit of a job. We'll see how well it goes. It's this middle one right here, and it goes right to the front caliper. So I'll have to bleed that caliper after I change the hose. And I think, I can't remember, I've changed probably 2 or 3 brake calipers on this Jimmy since we got it, and hopefully that is one of the newer ones that I changed, so the bleeder valve won't be stuck. Yeah, but so that's just part of the lifestyle with having old vehicles, you know, because we have a low-cost lifestyle. We don't have any car payments. So this is what happens. I mean, this Jimmy has, I think, around 260,000 kilometers on it right now. It's really old. It's 2003. So it's constantly breaking down, and every time it breaks down, it's really stressful. I mean, Christine, we both work from home, so we have nowhere to go. Like, we have no commitment or anything, but it's still really stressful. So and a brake line is a safety issue. So we've kind of come to the decision that it's time to upgrade, get a new car, and we want something nice, something new. So we're going to spend a little bit of money on something new and get a nice family car. For me, for my work, I mean, I don't really care. Like, I can keep going with this truck for a little while longer. I may keep this as a backup, you know, backup car if the truck ever goes down. It's 4-wheel drive. What I think I may do too is spend a little bit of money and get a snowplow for the front. That way I have something to plow the driveway in the wintertime. Just keep this as a, like, take the insurance off and just keep this in the yard just for wintertime. And this is what the truck looks like now, full of donations. Christine did a big clean out of the house and got rid of, went through all of our clothing that we had and got rid of all the stuff we're not using and stuff that's too small for the kids, whatnot. So this was all in our house. Feels really good to get it out. And a lot of these other books are from the storage locker that we cleaned out, and some other stuff like shoes and stuff that I find, and donated all of it. I can see them there.
Mm-hmm.
See them all hopping around there.
Yep. So noisy.
Man, imagine if our house was next to this.
Oh man.
Trying to sleep at night.
I'm glad it's not.